Heads up.
What you got for me?
Hold position.
Okay, I'll be here then.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the waste.
Heard you got a new assignment.
Yeah, research patrol.
Babysitting field scribes. Prestigious.
Beats guard duty. Why? What'd you get?
Vanguard.
Watch your steps, sir.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier. It was a piece of cake. I'm glad you feel that way. Because it only gets more difficult from here. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Sounds like you're gonna have me crawling through the sewers now.
It could be the sewers, the transit tunnels, or maybe an old vault. We just don't have enough information right now. I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
I'd pursue your lead regarding Dr. Amari. I'm not certain if she's a crackpot, or if she can genuinely assist your search. But our sources say she has some interesting technology at her disposal. Anything else, Knight?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or
I found some technical documents for you.
these will prove interesting. I'll file them immediately. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Welcome back. I heard about the operation at Fort Strong. Any injuries that require attending to?
Patch me up, Doc.
All right, soldier. You'll be fine. Just tell me what the trouble is.
Just hurt all over.
Scrapes and bruises, but it's probably a good idea to get them fixed up. Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No other complaints.
Sounds good. Be careful, Knight. We'd hate to lose you.
So how did it look out
What's
there?
on your mind,
We've
soldier?
got a lot of
Remember,
work ahead of us,
we're
brother.
out here representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
Joining our cause was the wisest
Proctor.
decision of your
Well,
life.
the Brotherhood's
brother.
got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use a resupply after a scrap like that.
Let me see what you have.
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
Don't worry. You'll get used to sleeping comfortably underneath massive containers of highly flammable. You're representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
Hungry. Rations are first come, first
You're
served.
exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
Looking for medical assistance, soldier?
I need some supplies, Doctor.
No problem, soldier. Take a look.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, mutie, and synth and shoot them into space.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
What brings you to me today?
Set me up.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground. If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of the Brotherhood across the Commonwealth.
Never forget, you are the eyes and
Outright me or not, don't touch the experiments. Please, sir.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
good. At Victoria.
Not now, sir. There's science to be done.
Nariah.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
What do you mean, crack the code?
The genetic code. The DNA sequences that are in every living thing. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
This sounds unethical.
You're changing the building blocks of life.
I agree that I might be skirting the line between what's ethical and what isn't, but in order to protect our troops, I'm willing to take that risk. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Didn't plan on getting killed for science anytime soon.
You don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
The Institute giving machines free will? My programming says that's monstrous.
Yeah. You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
That's a challenge. Can't talk right now. If Cals catches me chatting instead of working, I'll be cleaning the latrines again.
Heads up.
Shoot.
Take that.
Can do.
Democracy is non-negotiable. Freedom is always. Glory is the reward of valor.
Heads up.
You say the word. Looking for something specific?